Big thanks to Cardmarket for sponsoring today's video. Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be playing Blue Kuzan from OP12. Why? Because I have no clue what I want to be playing in OP12. I will be putting my main Bello Betty on the side, at least until the meta is more solved. I have no clue what to play. And so we're going to be running through some of the new leaders and try them out and see if any of them are for me. I did Rayleigh the other day, and that was not it. Rayleigh did not fit my playstyle at all, so we're going to try to play Kuzan today, and hopefully we will have better luck. Let's jump straight into a deck list. Alright, so this is the deck list that I have made. Obviously, if you don't know what Kuzan does, his effect is when you trash cards from your hand due to your navy card effects. You may draw an equal number of cards that was trashed due to that effect. So basically, whenever you trash a card, you get to draw a card, right? And I'm running very, very heavy on navy in this deck. We're running Tashigi at 4. This is just in top 5 navy searcher. Rocinante, which is basically just fucking 3-cost green Tashigi, but on crack. If your blue navy type characters would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may rest this character and trash 1 card from your hand instead. And then obviously you get to draw 1 card with Kuzan. So it's the same as Tashigi, but you get to draw 1, trash 1, or trash 1, draw 1. Then we have the Sengoku searcher, which is insane. It's a top 5 searcher for 2 navy type cards, and then you trash 1 card as well. So it's like search for 2 cards and cycle 1. It's insanely powerful, super strong card. And running Hina as a 2k here. I think this is just a good finisher 2k to prevent blocking. Gion is just an insane 2k because it's really strong against things like Giant, but also against Nami, right? This just wins the instantly against blue Nami. We're going 2 copies of Pudding, just a great card, right? Tsuru is just another 2k, but you can also use it to cycle 2 cards out of your hand and bounce one of your opponent's characters, or your opponent returns one of their characters to their hand. So if they have like just one big thing out, this is really powerful. 2 copies of Zephyr, again, just like a cycle 2 cards out of your hand, and you can trash him to bounce a 5-cost or less to its owner's hand. So pretty versatile as a 2k. Running Kuzan, this is a 6-cost 8k. Trash 1 card up to when your opponent's character cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So you just stun something really powerful. 2 cards with Borsalino. I kind of just like this as another option to play off Garp. To bottom deck a 4-cost or lower. Could be really good against aggro decks, right? So I like it at 2 off. Sakazuki here, I like it at 4 because on play, if your leader has a navy type draw 2 cards. And activate main, you can trash a card from your hand, which just means cycle 1 card, and give up to 1 rested Dawn card to your leader or one of your characters. But that draw 2 obviously being very powerful. 2 copies of Aramaki in case we need to block her up. It's just a good target to play off of Dragon, right? But sorry, not Dragon. Play off Garp. Pretty powerful blocker, and you can trash 1 card from your hand to bounce a cost 2 or lower character and give him plus 3,000 power. So he can be a pretty strong swinger as well. And obviously it lets you bounce something and cycle a card. So it is a pretty good card, but I'm running it at 2 only because we get to cycle our hand pretty good so we can find our pieces when we need them. 4 copies of Garp, obviously the centerpiece of the deck. You play this out to play another 8k navy card from your hand, and you trash a card, which means you cycle a card, and then you go like boom, play this, trash the thing, draw a card with leader effect into something like this, or yeah, any of these, right? Trash another card, which means you draw another card. Very powerful card, right, in this deck. 4 copies of Pheasant Peck. This is just a 4k counter with literally no condition, because in other decks, right, if you look at this, it's a conditional, but then you have to trash 1 card, right? So that's like the bad part about it. But in this deck, it's just cycle 1 card. So if you think about it, this is kind of similar to Giant. Not really though, but it's like you cycle out your bricks and draw cards while still countering for 4k. Very powerful counter event. And then we're running the typical staples of 2 copies of Red Rock and 2 copies of Gravity Blade. Gravity Blade, of course, is searchable in this deck, which is super powerful. And then Red Rock is just Red Rock, right? Just you need these in the deck to deal with big things. So that is the deck. Let's jump into some games and see how well we can perform. All right, we're going to go up against Rayleigh. I think this one deck wants to go second, so you can find your Garp on curve there. I'm gonna keep this hand. This hand seems pretty good. Not necessarily the craziest thing against Rayleigh, but our Maki should be pretty good against Rayleigh, which is nice. Hopefully you can find something to play on our like 6-non turn here, like a Kuzan or something. I mean, that works, I guess. Don't know how I feel about this search. Could grab a second dragon, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Pudding could be good if they do end up doing a lot of searching. Yeah, sure, I'll grab... I can't grab Pudding. It's not Navy. Fuck. I'll grab the second Garp, whatever. And we'll pass. Yeah, I don't know about the second Garp here, but I didn't really want to grab the 2Ks either. He's going to do a Buggy to search here. Finds the searcher event. See if he will use that here. It makes sense for him to do so. He will. And what will he grab? He will grab a observation hockey. So he goes observation hockey into observation hockey. Probably going to use this one too then. He is. So we are looking at a 7K swing coming in here, which we will just take. We will not use the pheasant peck just to counter out of 7K swing on the first swing here. Rosinante there is pretty good. Like I could go Gion here, but actually Gion could be pretty good here actually. They do have a lot of counter, like majority of their 2Ks are counter events. So let's do that. I kind of like that. We'll go 5K face. They're just going to take most likely. I mean, the dream is that they use an event 2K here. That would be crazy. We do end up fighting the Borsalino as well, which is also going to be decent into this matchup, I think. As you can go Garp, Borsalino, bottom deck one of their Luffys. Could be pretty good here. We still really need something for next turn, though. I don't really want to just Red Rock. Seems like a waste of a turn. But I mean, they're obviously going to play down Luffy here. Let's see if they put on the aggression. Because we ended up playing our 2K. We are very bricked right now. Only really having 1K counter. So hopefully he doesn't go too aggressive here. Maybe with 6K swings and stuff would be problem. But he's going to reveal there and boost. That's going to be a 5K swing. We are going to counter that. Like I said, we are a little bit scared of him going too aggressive here. But it's most likely going to be a 5 and 6. And of course, we do not want to take the 6 here. We will have to take the 6 because we don't have counter. But let's see here. So we have 6 Dawn. I could use this actually. It's going to be better than a Red Rock in this situation. Because yes, we lose the 2K, but we do get to cycle 2 cards. And we get to keep 1 Dawn up for Pheasant Peck, which allows us to cycle even more. We're going to 5K swing into this Buggy. It should connect. I think we leave the Gion standing here. And we will... I mean, yeah, but then again, this does just bring it back to his hand. So he will just play it down again. Maybe it's just Red Rock here. No, I think it's going to be Zephyr. And we'll trash one of each of these. We'll draw for these. Those are some decent draws here. But we are going to use this to bounce back the Luffy. Keeping 1 Dawn up for Pheasant Peck here. So we do have at least a little bit of defense now in our hand. I do believe that was better than playing the Red Rock. Could have actually trashed the Red Rock instead of the Aramaki. Yeah, maybe that was wrong. But I am also brand new to the deck. It seems like he's just going to KO my Gion here, which is a little bit annoying, but also not bad. If he's using his Dawn to be defensive instead of aggressive, I think I like that a lot. Not looking too great right now. The fact that we don't have any 2Ks in hand is annoying. So, not great, but I'm going to swing 5. I'm going to counter that with the Rosie. Don't necessarily want to go into Borsalino here. We are going to Pheasant Peck here. And trash this Red Rock draw card. Okay, another brick, but that's also a decent card to play off of this Garp here. It's a Rusher here. That's a little bit annoying. We're going to have to take that hit. because he's gonna boost that. Yeah, so that's gonna be a 7k swing. We're gonna just take that. Could use this again to cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, we did draw into some counter here. The question really becomes if I want to bottom deck. This is a 5k. I think I'm gonna swing 5k into this, and he can draw a card if he wants to. And if he counters here, he doesn't. We will go Garp. We will actually trash this Sengoku, playing out the Borsalino. First drawing a card. It's not a great draw, but I guess we'll live with it. Makes me want to wish I trashed this Sakazuki instead of trashing the Sengoku. We do have a little bit of counter here still. Main problem right now is that we don't really have any blockers, right? I think the only blocker I have in the deck is Aramaki, which is probably something I will have to change. Because we're just not defensive enough to deal with the onslaught here of the rush from Rayleigh. But we are at least going to be able to play Sakazuki next turn, so we'll draw a bunch of cards. So maybe we can find some more Pheasant Pecks so we can be a little bit more defensive. Like, he has a lot of cards right now, but he also doesn't have much board. He's going to Armament Hockey here. It's going to boost his Nami. Luckily, we do have a decent, like, we have some counter at least. So hopefully we'll get out of just taking one swing this turn. I mean, preferably we'll take no swings, but I doubt that's going to be possible with just 3k counter in hand. But yeah, we really need to draw some things off of this Sakazuki next turn to even stand a chance right now. Gonna be a 9k swing here. I mean, I'm gonna have to take that. We will not use this effect this time around because we will need that for defending next turn. Yeah, we're not in a great spot here. He's gonna boost with his leader effect. Now 5. It is very possible that this is just a 10k swing at my face so that he can go 15k unblockable next turn. Or maybe even he can go even more with this. Oh, this is really bad. Yeah, this is bad. It's gonna swing 12 at my face, and I'm gonna take. No reason to play this Aramaki because he is going to swing unblockable next turn. I can tell you that much. But with the Pheasant Peck here, I think there's still a chance that we live. Especially because we do have one more Pheasant Peck that we can draw into. If we draw into that, then we're in a really good spot. We will swing here. We need to bring him down, right? Because we need to try and kill him next turn. Which means we need to live one more turn first. But we are going to go for the dragon. Sorry, I keep calling this dragon. It's just because it's too similar to dragon. Thinking I need the Sakazuki here, I think. We will trash the Aramaki. We'll play out the Sakazuki. Draw 3. Hey, we got a little bit of counter at least. And then we're gonna use this Sakazuki to trash the Gravity Tiger Blade. Just fucking slap it on anything, it doesn't matter. That is another 1k at least. No Pheasant Peck, but we still have the chance to draw into the Pheasant Peck off of this Pheasant Peck. The problem here is that he can go like 60, he can go 17 just naturally with his hit the one other copy of Gatling he has in his hand. We do have 8 cards where 3 of them are 2Ks. So we can go 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we can actually counter out of a 17k attack here. This is totally winnable now. It's just going to be 15. He's not going to use that effect there. Luckily, we do have the counter here. We'll boost here and we'll trash that Sakazuki to draw 1 card. And that's going to be another 2k. So we'll with 2k, 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 and then 1k. He made that unblockable for no reason, but obviously the unblockable is free, so it doesn't matter. But you don't have a blocker, so he didn't have to make it unblockable. He just got all in his head that he could that I would play a blocker, and he had lethal here. But I played around that by making sure I had a shit ton of counter in hand by playing the Sakazuki down instead of the Aramaki, which the Aramaki there is the bait, right? Because we know he's going to have the unblockable event. So playing the Sakazuki, just draw that additional card, or draw those 2 additional cards, and cycling our hand there is going to be really powerful. And obviously we get him on the clapback here because he went too hard in on this. So that was a pretty good game. Being able to calculate exactly what your opponent was supposed to do there, or was going to do. That was pretty fun. Right, going up against the Buggy, that's pretty interesting. We're gonna go second. There's an argument to take first from him, but we'll mulligan this. Not very happy, still not very happy about this, but we do have the pudding, which is gonna be good, and we draw into the searcher. That's really nice. I'm for sure grabbing Sengoku here. Bottom decking both our red rocks is a little bit rough, but in this matchup, you also will just not get the chance to play them because they have the Croc, which is defense against removal. We'll take this 5k swing here. Another Kuzan here. The Kuzan is actually pretty fucking good. We'll play down the Sengoku and we'll trash one of the Kuzans. And we will grab double Tashigi here. We're going to 6 next turn. Yeah, let's grab double Tashigi. We're really looking to find these Garbs here. And that is not what I was looking for. But there's a Garb. And we'll swing 5k at his face, and he most likely takes. We'll pass. He's going to start playing things now, which is not fun. But we have a shit ton of cards in hand. He's going to swing 5. I'm just going to counter that. Going to use the... You know what? I'm actually going to use the Tashigi. I realize I have this next turn, and I think I'd rather play this than the Tashigi and something else. Oh, wow. He doesn't use leader effect, and instead opts to do a search with cross skill here. That is interesting. I think what we do, right, is now that he's brutal. That is so brutal. I have pudding on my own side, and I still forgot about it. Now we have nothing good to play at all. At least we drew into another Garb, right? So that's something. Could play this to cycle our hand a little bit, but our hand's not that bad. You know what? This is going to look weird, but I think we're just going to swing with everything. Yeah, this is not good. Yeah, really should have played more around that pudding. I don't know how many cards we had, but it feels like it was a lot. And obviously we had set up our hand with our quad searchers there, basically, right? There's 1, 2, and then 3 with the, and then 2 from the Sengoku. But he's opting to swing into our board, which is really good for us. And we do still have Garb here for next turn. We just don't have anything good to play into. Well, we could always play into Zephyr or Gion here. Or maybe we could even draw into something. He's going to play the Shoe Buggy, which is fun because I don't rely on 3 to 4 costs at all. And you actually, there's no reason for you to swing into the Sengoku if you were going to use that anyways. Drawing into another Pheasant Peck. I'm going to swing 5 into this pudding. And then we're going to go Garb. Crashing the Red Rock. Playing out the Zephyr. Draw a card first, and then Zephyr. There's the 8 cost we were looking for last turn. Don't need that now, though. And I don't think we need double Peck Hell either, so we'll draw. Okay, could have been worse. We have a Sengoku for next turn, which sucks because we won't be able to do Sengoku and Garb Aramaki in the same turn. But we do at least have some options next turn. But yeah, not optimal. That pudding really fucked us up there. We had a really good setup, really strong turns coming in, and then pudding just messed us up. But he's at least not doing much on his side either. which is always nice, right? But he is. It was funny because we had the pudding as well, right? And we could have played. We would probably have pudding him at some point, but no, he beat us to it. Playing it on, I think he played it on 4 Dawn, which is crazy. No, he played it on 5 Dawn, yeah. This is 7k. I actually feel fine taking this. That is really good because now we can go doubles in Goku next turn. I think it means I'm just gonna counter this swing here. Because we're making that card, we're making those cards back next turn anyways. I'm gonna do a cross skilled, or no, he tries for leader effect here. Playing out the Croc Hawk. Draw 2 trash 1. What is he playing out here? I'm gonna play out the Kabaji, which is a big blocker. You know what? I think I'll just take this. No, I won't. I'm not falling for another pudding, dude. There's actually no way. You will not catch me get hit by another pudding here. All right. I think we start with our swings, which is gonna be 5k into this. Then we'll do this. We'll actually trash the Aramaki. Grab the Tashigi, but also the Kuzan here could be pretty good. Yeah, I think I like that, actually. We'll draw a card of lead. Problem is that he would just defend that, right? I think this is just gonna be Kuzan, dude. Let's do another 5k here. He should still not be ballsy enough to take the free block, right? And then we'll do 8k, which will connect. And then the question is, do I do Tashigi Kuzan or do I do Kuzan Pheasant Peck? We are 3 life. I think I can afford to do the Tashigi here. Looking for that Garp. Perfect. For next turn. And then we will just play over our Tashigi here. Stunning the... Trash the Gravelate here. Like I said, it doesn't do much since he has the Crocog out. But now we have our next turn set up as well with the Garp into Kuzan. Being able to leave 1 Dawn standing. We can even play out the Rosinante to defend our board as well. From things like Gravity Blade and Red Rock that I'm sure he plays. But he's going to use leader effect here. Bringing out a Mihawk. Oh, wow. He can actually... yeah, his board is wide here. He could... this could be 12 cost. 12 cost? 10 cost. Yeah, and he's going to bottom deck my Garp probably. No, it's going to be my Kuzan. Okay, that's fine. It's going to swing 5 into my Zephyr. I think I'm just going to let that go. Am I? It's his last swing. I think I might as well defend that, right? Yeah, do it. All right, that's not a good card. That's getting trashed straight away. But let's start with a 5k swing here. Ooh, we could use this, bait out the Croc Hawk, and then go for this. But he doesn't have any forecast. I shouldn't have fucking pitched the... Should not have pitched the... Man, I forgot this has a secondary effect. What a choke. But we are going to just keep swinging here. He's going to have to start taking or blocking things eventually. He blocks there. That makes sense. I'm going to go Garp, crashing this Borsalino. Playing out the Kuzan over this Tashigi. Drawing first here. I could see myself trashing this Garp. I don't think we will go for that long. We'll stun this Buggy, draw a card, another Garp. Okay, that's not great. I'm thinking if I play out this Rosinante or not. He's going to have 3 swings, which means he cannot kill me. Yeah, I probably should have used this just to make him use trash 1 card. I think it's fine. We'll just do like this. This garbage is going to be fodder for the Pheasant Peck anyways. I do believe that we have him here. We have him in a really tight spot at least. He's gonna need a lot of good cards here to do things. I probably should have played this Rosie because there could always be another 10 cost coming down. But it's gonna be 7k into Zephyr. I'll let that go. That's fine. He only has one realistically one more swing here. It's gonna be big into this, and it's gonna be 10, and that's not gonna be enough because we have the Pheasant Peck. Perfect. This actually allows us to wait for one more turn even, and not forcing us to push this turn, which is really nice. We are out of Garbs, so there's that. It's gonna be another 10 cost. A little bit annoying, but not the end of the world necessarily. I think we can still push here because he only has one card in hand. So let's see, if we swing 7 with this, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that's pretty much lethal, right? 7 with lead. Let's do 8 with Kuzan. I think the safe play here is to just deal with his board. Wait, I have 7 left. Yes, it's 9, 10. If he blocks this or not, he is going to block it. That is going to make me comfortable enough to swing 10 here and go for... Oh my god, it's a 3 cost. Oh, what a choke. But he passes. Okay, well, fuck it. I guess I'll just win then. Does he have me here otherwise? I think he does. I mean, I would need to top deck into a Pheasant Peck or something. But yeah, that was a massive misplay. But obviously, if I had used my brain and realized that Sengoku can't swing, I would have instead play down the Kuzan, stun one of these, and then he only has 3 swings, which is not enough to kill me, and we will just win next turn. Yeah, that was just a big miss on my end, completely forgetting that this Buggy is out here. Yeah, that was embarrassing, but we take it. All right, green Zoro. This is a matchup I've been looking for. We're gonna go second, mainly because it is so meta prevalent, right? And if you can't do well into green Zoro, then you can't do well in the meta. But feeling pretty comfortable with Kuzan already. It feels like a really strong deck, and it feels like you have a lot of pieces that actually are very strong in this deck. Yeah, no, feeling very good about this deck. Like being able to search your searchers like this, right? Tashigi can search for Sengoku, Sengoku can search for Tashigi. It's really powerful. Yeah, like I could totally see myself grabbing a second Sengoku here. And then it'll just pass. We're not going to establish his Rosie because he obviously doesn't remove things by effects. He removes things with his attacks. So this doesn't do anything in this matchup. And he will just remove it straight away. But we are looking pretty good here. 4 Dawn turns, Sengoku. 6 Dawn, unless we can find a Kuzan, 6 Dawn turn is going to be another Sengoku. Maybe with a couple searches or something. We will see. But this is probably just going to be 8 phase. Okay, it's going to be 5 phase. We're going to take that. 3rd Sengoku. Okay. And then it's going to be this to rest and KO. It's interesting. I don't really care about that. We have Pudding here as well, which could be really clutch. We will trash the Rosinante. Like I said, we're not going to need that in this matchup. There's the Kuzan. And we'll grab the Zephyr. I think the Zephyr could be pretty good in this matchup too, hitting Cavendish and Tashigi. And we'll draw a card. And I think this is just going to be 6k face. Could give one up for Pheasant Peck, honestly. You know what? I might as well. He's going to take this 5 either way. And then I can decide if I want to swing 6. Or sorry, if I want to use the Pheasant Peck or not. But we have a massive hand now, and we don't have to be scared of Pudding. And we have 2Ks as well, so we can counter out of it an 8. We also can use the Pheasant Peck to cycle even more. just to see if we can draw some more cards, right? Like we just want to find our Garp. There's going to be the Tashigi. That's like the most expected play ever. We'll let that go. He's going to restand. I think I will use the Pheasant Peck here. I just don't like this this Aramaki that much in this matchup. As we're going to cycle it. Tashigi here is decent. Like we could keep building hand size on this turn by doing double this. But I think we're just gonna do the Kuzan here. No, we're not. We're gonna Uber search here so we can make sure we can find the Garp next turn. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely what this turn is. We'll trash one of the puddings, and there's one Garp, and I can see myself grabbing Sakazuki as well, actually. Even though we have the Kuzan. You know what? Let's grab double Garp. Yeah, so now we have double Garp and targets for them. So let's do another Sengoku. And we'll trash... Let's trash the... I'm sure I'll find something better than this Porcelino. Yep, there it is. Pheasant Peck for sure. And I think it is going to be this Sakazuki here. I could go Kuzan to keep stunning his board. But I really like the draw power of Sakazuki here. Do I? Do I care about draws right now? Let's just grab the second Kuzan. There's another Aramaki as well if you want to go that route. We're going to pass here. We have a lot of counter. And because we used the Pheasant Pick last turn, we are pretty healthy as well. Feel pretty comfortable. He's going to rest both of my Sengokus here with the Dead Man's Game. This is something I have to look out for as well when I rely... If I rely too much on my Pheasant Pecks, he could always just rest my Dawn. But he's just going to swing 8 here and swing another 8. We're just going to take that hit. We are at 4. We are very comfortable here taking that hit. There's a third Garp. We're going to Garp, trash the pudding, play out the... Dude, we could totally go Aramaki here. Is that better than Kuzan? No, let's just go Kuzan. Let's not be an idiot. We'll draw. Will we need triple Garp this game? Probably not, but let's trash the Aramaki. And we'll stun the Kuzan. We'll draw a card. Second Pheasant Peck, that's really good. And we'll just go 5 face. He's probably going to take this hit. Because he is comfortable at 4 as well. I think we got him on the ropes here. Feeling very comfortable about this game. Our hand is just so stacked, right? It's going to be another Tashigi. All right, this hits Kuzan. But that's fine, unless he attaches even more Dawn here. We're going to keep that. I think we're fine. It's going to attach even more Dawn there. Okay, so that's 12k. We could counter, but realistically, do we need that pressure next turn? I don't think so. I think we're just going to take both these hits here. If he wants to spend his entire turn doing things like that, this is a 4th Garp. Okay, I will not need a 4th Garp. I know that much. There's the Sakazuki as well. The question now, is it Sakazuki or is it another Kuzan here? We're going to play the Garp at least. And I think I'm going to pitch one of the Garps. I will not need my 4th Garp. I think I'm going to go for Sakazuki. Because look at this hand, bro. And I'm going to make the call that I do not need Pheasant Pecks here. Oh, I should have attached Arrested. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're going to trash one of the Kuzans and then attach Arrested to our Garp, I guess. We should have done it here, but it doesn't really matter. He uses a 2k anyways. Find another 2k there. I don't think I need Pheasant Peck here at all, so we're going to do searches. Not sure what I'm looking for. Could be a third Pheasant Peck. I think I'm just going to grab a Hina, though. And you know what? I'll keep one up for Pheasant Peck. I mean, we have just literally like 10 2Ks in our hand. So I think we're chilling. He is going to be able to be pretty aggressive this turn if he wants to, but if he is, then I just have him next turn, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't have him, but like, I don't think he can kill me next turn either. I feel very comfortable about this game. I have 13 cards in hand, whereas one of them is Pheasant Peck, and we've only used one Pheasant Peck, so there's one left in our deck, and we have a Searcher for that as well if we really want to. I don't necessarily think next turn is going to be Garp. I think next turn is just going to be Kuzan, do a search. That way I can keep Dawn up for... I can do like 3 Dawn up for Pheasant Peck, which even if he uses his counter, his Dead Man's Ashura, I will still have a Dawn up for Pheasant Peck, which is going to be great. I think I'm going to be pretty aggressive defensively this turn, though. Like here, I could just do bop, bop, bop. Yeah, I think we're fine. I wonder if that was his attempt to push. 11, I can take 11, I think. I mean, that's just good, right? That's just a great trigger. Certainly wish I took this 10 now. That would have been put me in a really good spot. But this here is interesting. Don't think he necessarily has anything. I don't know what his whole turn here was. Even without that trigger, you know, that doesn't really do anything. But like I said, we are very comfortable with what we have here. And again, next turn we're gonna just Kuzan, so whatever he plays, which he didn't play anything, but like if he did play something, we have the Kuzan to deal with it. It's gonna be a Koshiro. I don't really care about that either. I'll just 2k around this. We could literally make that so it isn't even able to block. But that's not what we're gonna do. We are going to play this exactly like we planned. However, I want to put a little bit of pressure on him. Let's do this first. We do not need this red rock. We don't need that either, but fine. And we'll sway. Did I? Fuck, I did not attach. I literally just trashed. That's so funny. I'm such a choker. I'm not worried about restand event here next turn either, because we just have that much counter, right? So we're just going to go a little bit on this Tashigi. He's going to block. That's really nice. Makes me think that he doesn't have a 2k. He does have 2k. We're just stunning this either way. So this is, if anything, just bait out. Two 5. I totally see myself going for a Garp here, actually. Just so we have guaranteed next turn. We'll trash the Kusan now because he let go of that. We'll go into Sakazuki instead. Draw 3 cards. Perfect. All cards with counter. And then we will pass here with 2 active Dawn. And now if he wants to like kill me with the restand, he still has to use 4 Dawn to rest these 2. He can't just go 12-12. And if he does that, then his attacks are going to be too weak for this. This is a very dominant game here on my end. Not sure if this is just a favored matchup for Kuzan, or if he's playing poorly, because I do believe he's not playing very optimally. But yeah, feeling very good about this deck right now. After this win here, I'm gonna be 3-0, which is very good. This is hype as fuck, dude. Yeah, he literally just has no out here. So we're just waiting for him to realize and concede, or play his thing and pass so we can kill him. We have 5 big ass bodies on board. He has 2 life, only 5 cards in hand. And even if he's gonna go for the 12-12 restand. I'm literally gonna counter both of these, I think. No, I'm not. Who am I kidding? And he's messing up by not attacking into my character. But we will boost here and we will trash the 1k. Draw a card and we will go for the second Pheasant Peck here. And we'll trash the Gravity Tiger Blade. Draw a card. And now we again have like every single 2k in the entire game in our hand. But we will obviously just start swinging here. Like this is more than lethal here. He only has 4 cards in hand. We even have access to these Sakazukis here, which can literally just trash a card. Draw a card. Why doesn't it let me give Rest the Dawn? Am I misclicking things? I don't understand. Because I'm trashing, but am I supposed to target first then trash? What's going on? I have no clue, but we win either way. So that was nice. Feeling very comfortable. Like I could literally live one more turn here. Because this is what, so even if he goes 12-12 again, we have 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, and then 7. Sorry, where was I? Here? 7. No, I must have been here. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I just draw 1k counter, which I would have if I just trashed this, I would have been able to counter out of 2 12k attacks still, even with no Pheasant Pecs. Very ridiculously strong. All right, this deck feels amazing. It's very powerful. You draw so many cards. If you know me, you know that I am a huge fan of discard archetypes in general. I don't think this deck is very much like a discard archetype that I've seen before. You know, like I'm usually of the thing where you discard something and then they like come back like as you discard it or something. If you've ever played Gwent, you might know what I'm talking about. Uh, or if you've ever played like fucking Marvel Snap, discard archetype in that is super fun. So it's not very discardy in that sense, but being able to cycle your hand and just decide what, like basically what you have in your hand at all times is super powerful. And you have access to so many great cards in Garb, Kuzan, Sakazuki, Pheasant Peck, Sengoku. You know, the double searcher there is super powerful as well. So I think with a little bit of training, this could be an incredibly strong deck for me, and it's a very strong contender for being my actual main in OP12. Other than that, fuck no. Before we do that, don't forget to like the video. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe as well if you want to see more content like this. I love Kuzan, so whether it be my main or not, it'll definitely see more play on this channel because I enjoy that a lot. Yeah, so like and subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.